Mic check, 1, 2, 3. All right, well, good morning, South Mississippi. Happy Sunday morning, and it's going to be a pretty nice start to the day out there. This is the Hancock-Whitney camera over in Gulfport. Things look really nice out there, blue skies, and it's not too warm just yet, but it is going to be another very hot and humid day here in South Mississippi. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on out there. 84 degrees at the Gulfport Airport right now. Heat index 92 at the moment. Winds from the north at about 7 miles per hour. Humidity is a little bit higher than the past couple of days. Now, as we go into the afternoon hours, most of us will be in about the low to mid 90s, and then later this afternoon, there's the potential for some more of those scattered afternoon showers and storms, some of which could become strong at times, just like we saw yesterday. A couple may become capable of very frequent lightning or very heavy rainfall, so we'll want to keep an eye out for that as we go through those late afternoon hours. Radar right now, all clear across South Mississippi, and still no sign of any of those storms just yet, so mostly clear skies still. Now, as we go into the afternoon hours, especially in the early afternoon, it's still going to be very, very hot and humid out there. Most of us will be right around 100s to 105 for your heat index. So you'll want to stay hydrated as you move throughout those early afternoon hours, especially if you have outdoor plans. But as you also want to make sure you're staying hydrated well before you get out there. Take breaks if you need to. Of course, heat stress, cramps, heat exhaustion are all going to be things you want to watch for, especially if you're going to be out there for a long period of time. Let's go through Futurecast for the rest of today. Now, those mostly clear skies are expected to continue all the way into these midday to early afternoon hours. But by about 3 or 4 o'clock, we might start to develop a couple spotty showers or storms, and kind of like yesterday, they might start to spread out, become just a little bit more numerous as you go into the late afternoon and evening hours. Once again, some of them could become strong at times. We're going to be watching out for some heavy rainfall, frequent lightning with maybe 1 or 2 of these storms. They may linger into the evening hours, especially by the time we get to about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. That's when most of these should finally be out of the area. Let's go ahead and turn over to the tropics. We have a couple things to talk about, but the first today is the 56th anniversary of Hurricane Camille. Now, this was a very powerful hurricane. This is one of only 4 storms to make landfall at Category 5 strength here in the U.S. This moved across Cuba as a Category 2, quickly strengthened when it got into the Gulf, and made its track directly to South Mississippi, making landfall in Hancock County in Waveland. Now, the Camille was a very small storm. You can see the wind field here. Maximum sustained wind speeds of 175 miles per hour. Wind gusts much higher than that, but only in a very small area. Portions of Hancock and Harrison County got those maximum winds. Elsewhere across South Mississippi, you can see there in the reds and oranges over 100 miles per hour, down to the yellows where you're down back to still hurricane force winds, but definitely not the 175 that was there near the core of the storm. And you can definitely see how small the storm is from there with how those maximum wind speeds are contained in such a very small area. Now, within that area, there was also very strong storm surge. Past Christian got storm surge of 26.6 feet at the time of landfall. And there's the track, of course, Category 5 at landfall. It weakens to a Category 4 once it moved into Pearl River County and as it continued moving further inland into the rest of Mississippi. But let's go out there today. We do have 3 things to talk about. Now, the good news here, none of these are concerns for South Mississippi. We have 2 areas with a low chance of development, one right off the East Coast, the other over in the Central Atlantic. Now, the one in the Central Atlantic is kind of like Aaron. It's a very small tropical wave that will very slowly cross through the Atlantic over the next about 5 to 10 days. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it to see if it does develop or not. Once again, as of right now, very low chance. Here's what it looks like out there. You can see that cluster of tropical waves just off the coast of Africa, that small one at the very front of it. That is the one that is being watched for a low chance of development. You can also see Hurricane Aaron there, currently a Category 3 storm. It has weakened quite a bit. It was a Category 5 yesterday, but currently Category 3, maximum sustained wind speeds of 125, and it is starting to make that turn as anticipated. It will continue to adjust that track up towards the north. No direct impacts to the U.S. expected from the storm. However, the East Coast should closely monitor. Of course, you do have the potential for high surf, high rip current risk, and if it does take that track a little bit to the further, west of that cone, then outer bands rainfall could be a slight concern for the immediate coastline. Let's go ahead. Of course, Hurricane Aaron yesterday broke a couple of records. It was one of the fastest intensifications of a storm out in the Atlantic. It made it from tropical storm force all the way to Category 5 in about 25 to 26 hours, very similar to Milton of last year. It's also the 4th earliest Category 5 on record. It is tied for this record with Camille, as we have just talked about. It's also the earliest Category 5 ever to occur in outside of the Gulf or the Caribbean. Let's take a look at that as well. Atlantic Basin, earliest Category 5s on record. Beryl, 2024. Emily, 2005. And also Allen, 1980. All of these were within either the Gulf or the Caribbean when they achieved that strength. Of course, all of those, only 2 of which have ever occurred in July. August 16th, yesterday, was finally when Aaron did, but that also ties the record there. You can see Camille, 1969. Also, August 16th, when it became a Category 5. Of course, Camille made landfall the next day, August 17th, here in South Mississippi. Of course, activity, as expected, we're going to continue to see that activity rise as we go through the peak of hurricane season that started on August 15th. So we are right on track in terms of number of storms, and we're right on track with first hurricane of the season here in mid-August. We are a little bit ahead of schedule for a major hurricane, with Aaron making it all the way to Category 5. Next name on the list would be Fernand, and not expected to be named anytime soon, at least. Of course, only 2 areas of development, both with a very low chance at this time. And looking at the 7-day forecast, things look pretty good over the next couple of days. Rain chances just a little bit lower as we move into the work week, but we still want to keep an eye out for afternoon showers and storms. Temperatures in the 90s, heat index values around 100 to 105. And morning temperatures very muggy still in about the mid-70s.